Here we are. We have the newest USFL number one draft pick in the kicking category. Longtime friend
Yo,
of the show, Matt Mengel. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive.
This is so exciting. I mean this. We've tracked all you knuckleheads all the way back to the spring
Right?
league. Brian Scott, who I've been talking to as well. And you, I must say, the USFL Philadelphia Stars have to be the official team of the Marcast now after all of the signings.
I would say so. I mean, dude, we are stacked with talent from the spring league, from all over, really. But it's got to be right. I mean, the most people on the team, I would say, so it's got to be your team.
So, since we last spoke, you've been to Canada and back. You've got verified on Twitter, and now you are the the number one draft pick. How is your life going right now?
It's good, man. I got to marry my best friend December 5th, so that was awesome. Since I've been home, just been training, and I had received the offer from Montreal, and we kind of sat on it for a little bit, and then we were asked if we would want to be put into the draft pool in the USFL, so we did, and we got in the draft pool, and we really didn't think that once we heard that there was like 5,000 people in the draft pool, it was kind of, we didn't know if it would happen or not, so I wasn't really stressing because I knew I'd probably be returning to Montreal anyways. And then I get drafted and I find out through Twitter.
Yeah, so you were telling me before I hit record, so I want to hear the story. How did you find out about getting drafted?
I was in the bathroom refreshing Twitter like crazy. I had set the phone down for a second and was just there, and I got a text from Nick Novak and John Carney almost kind of simultaneously saying congrats. And I was like, dang, the one time I don't refresh Twitter, it gets announced. And I got announced. It was, I was the first pick, and then it just went off. My phone went off. It was buzzing all day. I still am responding to messages and texts and stuff of people just like spreading love to me and supporting me. People from Philly, like news agencies and stuff. It's crazy, man. And as the day went on, it was hasn't really hit me yet. I'm still in pretty calm state. I'm still pretty humble. I'm sure it'll hit me when I get out there and I start practicing. But right now, man, I've just been. It's like kind of at that point where everyone's like super hyped, like more than I am, because it still really hasn't hit yet. I've been busting and busting and busting my butt to get to this point, and questioning everything on why it wasn't working out or why it was working out, but in a different way than I thought it was. And then boom, it hits, man. And it's crazy. And then I sent a screenshot to Coach Mora, Jim Mora, UCLA's head football coach that coached me at the time. He's at University of Connecticut now, UConn. I sent him a screenshot and he hits me back right away. And he's like, Matt, like, that's my all-time favorite football team. One, his dad coached the team when he was a kid, and I had no idea. It's all like full circle stuff, man. It's crazy. And he was sending me pictures of him his dad giving George Bush, like handing George Bush a jersey and all kinds of stuff, and just a wild, wild experience, man. It comes more surreal, like every day. It kind of sets in more and more, and it's just cool, man. Everything's kind of full circle. It's dope.
Well, and exciting. Obviously you're close with Brian Woods, right? What's his title now? President of the league, right? President or
Yeah,
CEO?
I think he's head of football operations. I haven't really been able to talk to him much. When you're building a football league, I'm sure you have 1,000,000 things to do during the day, and you don't have enough time to do it. But I've shot him a text here and there, and I called him this morning. But I know he's busy. But I just thanked him, man. Without that guy in my life, without him pursuing to make the spring league and then actually presenting the spring league to Fox and then turning it into USFL, he's really helped my career in 1,000 ways. So just eternally grateful.
Well, yeah. I mean, you talk about it. You talk about how everything's connected. I mean, it is remarkable to think that, in a year and a half ago now, we're covering this spring league bubble season, basically because everyone got back for the XFL and they're like, well, we need something to talk about, right? We covered this.
Right.
And it's just wild to think like now that, we have like, McLeod Bethel Thompson's up in the CFL, it's just exciting to see all these guys, find success in whatever form that is, right? In whatever league. And that's why we cover all these leagues is you just want to get your next step and your next opportunity. Being able to, be in what is really the premier thing now that Fox has, right? I mean, all their marketing behind it. I mean, we've had criticisms, people the last couple of weeks. Everything's been really turned on now, right? We are going full steam. How does it feel to be a part of that and to be a part of the inaugural 8 teams?
I think when Mora had told me all the history that he had with his family, with the team, and then me actually looking up who the Philly Stars was, they're probably the most rich in history of the entire USFL. They won. I'm not sure if they won multiple championships, but they won. The last championship won was from the Philly Stars. And Mora actually told me the punter that was on that team ended up going to the NFL. So I was just like, dude, what is going on? Like, this is crazy. But it's I thought I would be kind of I know in myself that I have the talent to play in the NFL at either position. But just seeing how my journey went for the last 5 years and then finally getting a shot with the CFL, I always thought that it would just be the CFL. And I was super okay with that. And then I came home and then this just hit. And it's just like, I have people calling me that coached me a long time ago telling me that are in the NFL are telling me like, dude, like your average day would be a great day up here. And it's just all kind of hit me hard, but it kind of hasn't hit me yet, like it's really cool. It's an honor to be the first pick in this draft. Spring leagues in general kind of have a rough history so far. And I'm really hoping that this is figured out the right way. And I know with Brian Woods kind of help guiding it, it'll last. I feel like it'll last for a bit, for sure, if not for a while. But just to be a part of something that was brought back from the 80s that was huge to now being a part of it now, I kind of at a loss for words. I mean, I'll probably understand the full aspect and gravity of how big this really is once I get out there and I start kicking and stuff. But right now, it's just kind of stay humble and keep working kind of thing,
Where does that drive come from? Because, and even when we, messaged offline, going to CFL and dealing with all, having to go to the practice squad, all these different things like, the self-determination to kind of keep fighting through. Where does that come from?
Over time, it kind of changed. In the first couple of years of free agency, it was all kind of an ego thing for me, really. Like, I can do this. I can be the best type of shit. But then when I kept going throughout my journey and I started seeing my daughter grow up, like it kind of lit a different fire of like, I mean, I've put hella time into this. Why would I quit and then show her it's okay to quit like on your dreams? So now it's kind of about me pushing myself as much as possible in any realm of football, as hard as I can on and off the field. So when it's time for her to go down the path of her dreams, whatever it is, can be art, ballet, social media, professional sports, WWE, who knows what my kids are be into. But like, she sees that her dad did that and like, she will then follow. Like I know from coaching that kids mimic more than listen. So I just want her to see how hard I've worked and to know like that's what it's got to take. So then that's the type of pressure she applies every day. I feel like that is kind of my fire right now.
Well, that's good. Well, Matt, this is very exciting. I know, you're a fan favorite of, a lot of the different listeners, a lot of the different writers, everybody else. Any final words from you today? I mean, I know you're still in that hangover excitement of everything else, but truly everyone's rooting for you and the rest of, whatever team. I mean, obviously the Stars are going to be number one, but whatever team. Any other thoughts before we let you go?
No, man, just grateful, blessed. I'm glad I got the opportunity to just come on your show and talk a little bit, man. I appreciate it. The alternative spring news football source through you guys and everybody is huge for people like me, man. Unnoticed guys that go through the spring league or XFL, you guys hype us up and you guys give us passion and make us realize that there are people out there that actually care and want to see people succeed. So the work you guys do, I'm really appreciative for, and just grateful, man. I just eternally grateful, thankful for God, the universe, and the coaches that believe in me, man.
Yeah, and we still have your jersey here, so never forget, hanging with our CFL credential there. But never forget, you're always a part of the podcast.
Yes, sir. I love that. Thank you so much for all the support, man. That means the world.
Well, best of luck. I'm sure we'll be messaging offline, but truly the best, and congrats, and thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. You have a great day.